A good sitting position is extremely easy to find because this thing has a thigh support extender under the driver's seat, but you might have to cut off the legs of the passenger right behind you, but who cares about him, right? There are very few EVs in the market right now that I enjoy driving. The number is 3 to be exact. This car is the fourth one. Ladies and gentlemen, you join me with the new Mercedes-Benz CLA electric. And this car is based on MMA, which means that it is not a mixed martial arts fighter, but it is based on a platform that was developed as EV first. But if you like the way this car looks, because personally I feel they've done very good justice to the CLA form factor, you will be happy to know that this product could be available in ICE as well. Other exterior highlights for me include these 18-inch wheels, flush-fit door handles along with frameless doors, which is applied to the back also. We're not particularly big fans of the flush-fit door handles because they do pose a dangerous threat if they don't get opened in time. But otherwise, it has a nice CLA kind of form factor to it, and that, I think, makes the car look very appealing. Driving enthusiasts may not really like this interior because it's one big slab of touchscreen. Actually, this one does not work. It's a dummy unit, but over here we have the infotainment and there the driver's cluster. And the bad news is not a lot of buttons down here, just one row of buttons over here, about 7 or 8, and the rest of it, including aircon controls, temperature controls and everything, is inside the screen, which is a bit irritating to use. There is a wireless dock over here for the smartphone, cup holders, a nice pocket over here, and storage options under here. I'm not a fan of the sunroof. Actually, this is not a sunroof because it doesn't really open. It's just a glass roof that has no canvas underneath. So regardless of whether you like the sun, moon or whatever, you're going to see it at some point of the day. Can't escape that. The driver's seat, I'm seated at my absolute low position right now. And it's not a very particularly friendly place for somebody who's quite tall. I'm 6'1" and not very happy down here. I'm not uncomfortable, but I don't feel like I'm sitting in a sedan either. In my opinion, this car is not a 4-seater unless you're very picky about the people you choose to seat in the second row. Now, the floor of the car is quite high, so for me to sit in the front seat comfortably, nice and low in the car with a good amount of under-thigh support, I have to push this seat all the way back. And now with this seat adjusted to my height for driving, somebody as tall as me at the back has just about knee room, just about headroom, and no concept of under-thigh support. So this works for a couple who wants to use it as a 2-person car with maybe a couple of children at the back. The CLA is 4.7 meters long and has that nice flowing form factor, so the boot is a little bit compromised. The loading dock is very shallow and quite high as well, but inside you have lots of boot space. A good sitting position is extremely easy to find because this thing has a thigh support extender under the driver's seat, but you might have to cut off the legs of the passenger right behind you, but who cares about him, right? It has the feeling that draws us all to the ICE and the urgency of an EV, so it's a nice balance to have. Suspension, as you can tell, I've been going over a bit of bad road right now, and it manages it, not particularly plush, but very manageable. And everything about this car gives one the confidence to drive it fast. And when I drive it fast is when I begin to appreciate the suspension setup. It is superb around the corner, keeps the car nice and planted, but of course it cannot hide the actual weight of the EV. But given other EVs in this segment, this is among the top 3, I would say. CLA EV is a fast car, but that is not all the customers want, especially the EV customers, because they want faster charging. And that is one pain point that Mercedes has addressed very well by giving this car an 800-volt architecture. So with the right charger, you can charge it for about 20 minutes and get more than 100 kilometers of range. And just so you know, with 100% charge in the battery, the indicated range is well over 700 kilometers. So range anxiety has been the furthest thing from my mind to do. The problem with beautiful cars is that they are very rarely practical, and that is a problem with the CLA also. With 2 people in the car and no luggage, the ground clearance is just about enough to clear most reasonably sized speed breakers. But add more people in the car or add more luggage, and then you have to crisscross over speed breakers. It is just that low. The CLA EV is like the iPhone Air. It's more about form than function. This is a car that you buy because you like the way it looks, you like the way it drives, and not necessarily because it seats your wife and the in-laws in comfort. Your wife may be happy, the in-laws not so much. But what are you worried about? They were never happy with us in the first place. Right now, we do not know the price of the CLA EV, but I'm going to guess at a figure between rupees 55 to 60 lakh, because at that price, this feels largely reasonable. It looks good, drives well, feels amazing. And the only thing that does not work in its favor is the practicality. But then it's a CLA, that's not what it's meant for, right? So initial impressions are, we see no reason to deny this car an 8 out of 10 MAT rating.